The most important time of a child's development is in their first 2 years of life. Their brain develops most rapidly during this time, forming the foundations for how they control their body, how they communicate, how they interact with others, and the world around them. Helping your child learn at this age will benefit them for their whole life. The best way for an infant to learn is through play. From as early as birth, you can play with a young infant through movements, touching, and attracting their attention with simple noises and colorful objects. Your infant is most attracted to faces. Studies show that a child can begin to react to people's facial expressions within 2 to 3 weeks, and in some cases, even within the first few days of life. Young children learn by copying others and trying things out, much better than by being told what to do. And you don't need to spend money on store-bought toys. Plenty of everyday items will interest your child, like these. Here are some things you can do with your newborn for their first 6 months of life to jumpstart their holistic development. Sit face to face with your baby. Imitate their sounds and gestures and introduce new ones.
Hello.
Help your baby to find hands and feet by placing a brightly colored item, such as socks or tape, on their hands or feet. Arrange sound-producing objects within your baby's reach and dangle objects like keys within their line of sight. As your baby moves, they should come in contact with the objects. Place your baby on their belly over your chest, legs, or on the floor. Move objects in front of them, encouraging them to reach and track the objects. Gently tap and brush your baby with objects of different shapes, sizes, and textures. Make sure to include all body parts and spend extra time on their hands and feet. Let them hold objects. Make sure to describe all the objects. Even at such an early stage, speaking to your infant prepares them for speech and how people communicate. Read a book aloud to your child, acting out the scenes to bring the story to life.
When he was finishing supper, the doorbell rang.
Allow your baby to touch and explore the book. You can even make their own book by gluing images from any old magazines or image-rich food packaging you may have lying around onto cardboard. Introduce your baby to others using their names. Describe their relationship and allow them to touch identifying signals like glasses, long hair, and more. Remember, young infants communicate not only by crying, but by moving and reaching. For example, they communicate hunger by sucking their hands, shaping their mouth, and turning to the mother's breast. Learn to recognize these signs before they start crying, which can be stressful to both them and you. When your infant cries, swaddle them and turn them onto their stomach while being held. Swing them back and forth, producing a loud, even shh sound. Help them reach their hand or finger to their mouth. As your child grows, continue smiling and keeping eye contact as you interact with them. As your child matures, you can start introducing newer activities to further stimulate their social, cognitive, communication, and motor skill development. Try these. Move your baby to different areas around your home.
That's the place where you just lie down and rest yourself.
Help them safely touch items in these areas. Lay down on a safe surface with your baby on your belly and roll gently up, down, and side to side. Sit face to face with your baby and stick your tongue out. Sing songs and dance. See how your child reacts, and when they respond, continue this game. Take your baby for a walk inside and outside. Talk about the things you see, feel, and hear. Participate in community activities and errands with your baby, explaining and pointing out different sights, sounds, and smells throughout each step. Sit face to face with your child and act out different emotions, describing each one. allow your child to choose an activity. For example, you can ask them whether they want to play with the sticks or the ball by showing them both and ask them to choose. Allow your child to bang on pots, pans, and plastic jugs with a spoon. This might be noisy, but it is fun for your child and helps them understand how their action might produce a reaction, in this case, noises. Help your child knock down bright objects that make noise when they fall. Describe what is happening and show excitement when your child is able to knock the objects down. Hold your child and walk through your home slowly, then slightly faster, and stop occasionally. Describe where you are and what is around you, using words like behind, next to, in front of, to the left of. Roll a ball to your child and ask them to return it. They may need your support at the beginning. Help your child fill 3 containers with 1 safely sized object per container. Then, help your child remove each object. Repeat this a few times, describing each item and allowing your child to touch and explore. Show your child 3 cups or cloths and hide their favorite toy under one of them. Encourage them to find the item. Use your child's foot to trace shapes in the sand, dirt, and water. First, trace the shapes with your child's heel down, and then with their toes down. Help your child become more independent when brushing teeth, eating, and dressing themselves. At the beginning, you can guide their hands with your hands, then gradually let them do the activity by themselves. Remember, not all children develop in the same ways or at the same pace. Some might require additional support, but all can progress, and you can help them. You are the best person to help your child be healthy and develop into the best version of themselves from an early age. Interacting with you is your child's favorite pastime. Technologies like TV and cell phones might look interesting, but excessive screen time is harmful for babies and young children. Avoid using technologies with your baby and young child. They will have time to learn about them later in life. Your love and attention will help them navigate the brand new world around them with fascination and confidence. These tips will help to nurture your child and help them grow up into healthy, happy, and confident adults.